All right. Welcome and hello, everyone, to a very late start to a stream. It's good to have you, though. I am still experimenting with this service to be able to have things on multiple platforms. And here we are. Here we are. Danielle asks, where's the intro from? So YouTube has a list of intro videos you can pick from whenever you premiere a new video, and that was one of them. I've used it for a while, but I've never claimed credit for it. It's YouTube's. I don't know how YouTube secured it. One of their many talents, I'm sure. So normally we start off with some Mechabellum. It's such a late start that there's just not going to be any time for Mechabellum. So we're going to go straight into Super Fantasy Kingdom. This will be our very first try at Curse 5. And the question is, should we do Curse 5 and all the bonfires? I'm down, but I'm ready to be punished for it, I think. Daniel? All right. Spanish names. Understandable. 4 bonfires? Yes, sleeve. My apologies, Daniel. Well, let's give this a go. Now, at this point, I've played all of the heroes. At least, I think there might be 1 or 2 more to unlock. I've played them all once or twice. Some of them I've had better luck than others. Very nice sleeve. 1168. Yeah, you saw we're at 1069. We can do better though. We can do better. That was Curse 4. Now, I've also been playing the Undead for a little bit, so I feel a little rusty. I do know that I liked this hero quite a bit. This one I did really well. This was our high score, but I'm not totally convinced that it is ideal. No audio, says Zergentime. No audio. That is not good. I know that there is audio on the other platform. You're fine on Twitch? Well, that's good news. That's good news. Maybe it is only Zerg's fault, but Zerg is our newest addition, by the way. Welcome, Zerg. Zerg is our newest addition to the moderator team. Oh, you have no audio. I see. Well, thanks for making me panic. Everything has been falling apart so far. Everything with this stream has been falling apart. And I've been trying to make it all work. And that's okay. Just give me a minor heart attack. That's all. Okay. We're gonna go to probably my tried and true right here, I think. And I've never done this, so I don't know what the arsonist does. I mean, it sounds like he's going to set stuff on fire, right? Like, I think we can be pretty sure. Bobo asks, how am I doing? Well, thank you for asking. I am doing much better. I still have a little bit of dryness, a little bit of a cough, but much better. And of course, we're starting a stream much later, about 3 hours late. I apologize. But the reason for all that, we had a lot going on. The internet went down when I got home from work, and so I took the opportunity to work on my second of 3 jobs and got some phone calls and other work done on that. I had changed out our flat tire, added some power steering fluid on the vehicle. Like, there was a lot of productivity done, just not a lot of streaming. So here we are. Okay, so if we're gonna do this is our tank setup. Who's our tank right now? I am liking the Treant quite a bit. I still don't have the Dinosaur. This makes me sad, but I do like the Treant. So we'll have the Treant. No, not you. And every time you click that, you have to, like, unclick it or something. I don't know. Okay. So we got our Treant. Now, the Treant doesn't use the health one, though. So that's kind of the other thing you got to keep in mind. We do this, and then we also have the Chalice now. So I think this is my loadout. 2 for a hero, these 3 for the tank. I think that... Actually, hold on. This might be off tank. I really like the Rejuvenate, but it's not going to be useful on the Treant. That's okay. I think I will still grab it. We will have an off tank. Fair enough. Daniel, thank you for that. Yeah, I would imagine there is going to be some delay, and I am not thrilled about it. The service that I'm using with Streamlabs, which supposedly I have like a referral link now for anyone who's interested, but apparently it's using cloud computing to do this, so I don't have to upload things twice for multiple platforms. I just upload it once to them, but that means it's a whole nother it's a third party. There's going to be delay. Rejuvenate and Monk. Fair enough. That's usually our plan anyway, so that's good to know. That's good to know. All right. Let's give this a go. Now again, I've been playing Undead.
I am dedicated to my cause.
So I'm a little rusty over here, I would say. We still are set up to get our initial castle leveled up and the money. We should have half of our way to the second house ready. I'm okay with this. I just don't know if it's ideal. I don't know if there's some other meta I should be looking for. I will want to equip that on somebody. I technically could throw it on him, or even her for the moment, and we'll just use one of our magnets to get it back. That way we benefit from it. But we might also just wait one turn to see who we get with our second unit, and maybe we'll just throw it on him. Okay. I'm gonna put our stone quarry here, that way we get the houses over yonder. Put our tavern back there. And since we want this all to be getting the roads, let's go ahead and have our lumberyard over here. And we'll get our house. Our decoration. I thought I had a fourth worker. Yeah, there's the fourth. I do have a fourth worker. I was just holding the wrong button. Turbo says, greetings from Not Toast. So yesterday I checked out Amarok's stream and found that like 20 minutes prior to that, Turbo had gifted me a subscription to Amarok's channel over on playing Mechabellum, and I said thank you, Turbo, and then Amarok shames me in front of everyone and is like, no, it's wrong, it was Toast that did it. I was like, oh, well, sorry, thank you, Toast. Turns out it was Turbo all along, and I was right, and thank you again, Turbo. There was multiple gift subs happening in his channel at the time. Streamers get confused, I can attest. Okay, focus. We need to get our item. All right, got that. And then we also need to set up these, that's right. That's the other thing I was missing. It's been a long day. So we're gonna go 4 bonfires, curse 5, max difficulty. All we have to do is win, and clearly we'll just be rank 1 from here on out. Quest already? So yes, we can do the quest right away. And get our angel friend. And you know what? I think I'll put the chalice on the angel, because even though the angel's really strong at the beginning, I feel like the angel is really weak later. And so as a result, I feel like this is worthy. Now, curse 5, I can do this on curse 4 for bonfire with the angel. I don't know if this will work here. I really don't. So I guess we're about to find out. Okay, and then after that, we're just going to unpause. We're going to get our other house, and then we're going to try to, for day 2, we'll try to have our fishing thing going. I like this plan. Let's do this. Okay, do we need... Go ahead and do this. I wonder if it's even possible to get this like right away. We got 5, so now we can drop one of those. We get our 6th. And this again, I don't... Oh, there's even a health... Excuse me, there's a health bar! We're not halfway. Alright, lesson learned. That's a turn 2 thing now. That is a turn 2 thing. Can we get that other... Whoa, whoa, that is a really fast mule. Oh, we did not get the sawmills in time. Probably could have. It was probably doable. Okay. Well, now that that's kind of over with, we're going to go back to the berries because I want to make sure that we have enough for the nuns. But we already have the 3, plus we're going to start working towards the church here. The 3 for the fishing port. And now we'll see if we get single target damage, we can probably do this. Marksman, that counts. I might do it. Might do it. Vidiv! Yes, this is after a week of trying. After a week of trying. Glad to see you streaming is on multiple platforms. We have to be intentionally vague about it, by the way. But yes. So I'm glad. I'm glad. Hello, Gildar. And Zulfernide, good to have you. Good to have you. How did I unlock Marksman? I don't recall. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Let's go ahead and grab him. Let's go ahead and grab him. Okay. Andrew, thank you so much for the subscribe. All right, I think we're all set. Send this out too.
Yo ho ho.
Now I remember how to unlock him on Undead. To get the marksman on Undead was he the 20? I think he was the 25 bloats. And I just did that recently, but I don't recall. Maybe on this side it was just like, no, I don't know. But we can give him this. We should give him this. It's perfect. Will we get another board? We've got one board done. Will we get the church done in time? I don't think we'll get attacks out of it. Oh, and they're white arrows now. We keep changing the colors. Gildar asks, how's my weekend? All recovered from the... So I still have a bit of a dry throat. You'll see me coughing on occasion. But obviously it's much better. I'm very grateful. Thank you for your concern. Yeah, much better. Okay, we do like to get both the elves and the desert. They give, at least early on, they can give us the extra gold, extra faith. Oh, feeling good about this DPS. Saw a crit there. No, don't change targets! Oh my goodness, at the last second. Oh, terrifying. church is repaired. We've almost got enough berries. I'm going to keep these 2 here. Because I still want to have 3 berries. Like, we might wait on that until the next day. Because we're going to get this. I don't have a worker assigned to this yet. I didn't switch that over. You know, it might be worth. Not getting any more taxes. I guess it is probably not worth it. Ooh, lots of ginger ale over here. Cream soda. Wise Hermit says, I think if you unlock it in the undead city, you start getting in the human one. B was like that? Well, then there we go. Yeah, because I definitely did unlock it on the undead. I know that. So, do we go for that cream soda? I guess we can just wait a second. We can wait a second. I was looking to buy some food. I don't really want to spend the money on bread, though. This is pretty expensive. Curling, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. Yeah, the sharpshooter, that was impressive, wasn't it? Okay, I guess we're just gonna have somebody going hungry for a turn. It's not the end of the world. We've got more units than we need already. We just basically were doing it for the monster, which I need to do with the other one now. Treant not leveling. I want my tanks to always be leveling. So that is unfortunate. Vidiv says your best run so far was up to day 25 with Mort and the crossbowman just hard carrying the run. You got lucky and had all the physical damage set up so you could just pick the magic enemies. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, we don't have any faith going quite yet. But we're about to. We got the nuns. So I think we're going to go back to wood production, try to get our next house. Oh, did I get... I did get sidetracked. We didn't actually get our second house. That's what's going on. Well, we got these other things fairly early, but yeah. I'm used to having 2 houses right off the bat. Why does your R hotkey look different on the Steam desk? Buildings are highlighted, it disappears. This is the R hotkey where it just removes buildings. But on Steam Deck, it might be you might be also getting the effects of the Alt on the keyboard here. So Alt is what highlights, shows all the food, shows all the tribes, highlights the buildings. That's what the Alt key does here. Whereas R just lets you see the roads. Which, now that we've broken 1,000, I think we've got all the main ones. There still is... I can do this with some shards. And then I thought there was... Yeah. Okay, we do have 1,100 to go over there. We're working on over there on the boats. It's the alt key? Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. That's what I thought. Ooh, that's nice that you see the stars over here now, too. That wasn't there before. So now you can see them all the time. It's quite nice. Oh, and somebody went hungry, so it's telling me about that back there. I saw that there was that update, although it's kind of stuck behind the screen there. I think we just got a crit. That's awesome. I may also pick up a forager early because again, now that I have all of the building sites, I feel a lot more free about building other things. Let's get that monument soon. I'm also wondering, are we not getting 2 faith a day? Stony, hello! You just realized this is your first time in chat? You watched a few of the long form replays just before the game got released. You feel like you've been interactive, but just realized that you haven't. This is literally the first time we've had it working over on that platform. This is our first time that we've successfully, or at least it seems successfully, been able to multi-stream. And it's been a long time coming. Mrs. Druski can vouch. It's been a frustrating experience, but here we are. Hopefully smooth sailing from here on out. You're curious if I progressed far enough to have my entire city slots opened, and I just answered it. Yes. Yeah, so there it is. That was the 1,000 mark. All right, let's see how we do here. Not bad, not bad. Okay, some more wood. Going to need to get that quarry up and running soon, but I want to get the house first. Again, all my economy instincts are off because I've been playing Undead over the weekend. I think I'm ready for Curse 2 on Undead. Zerg, thank you for being here. You have a great rest of your day, my friend. Curse levels are shown on the clock. Yeah, that actually has been there, but it's just kind of... It's a busy clock. There's a lot going on, isn't there? So, but yes, that has been there before. Lackmine asked, did we end up getting multi-stream to work? You can't even tell. You can't even tell, can you? It's so smooth, you didn't even know. But actually, for like about an hour before we got this going, I was banging my head against the wall because it wasn't working again, and then I didn't change anything and it started working. That was the key, was to not change anything, and it would work. So here we are. Oh, it's so frustrating. Multiple times I did test streams. I did test streams over the weekend. I did like Thursday, I did test stream Friday, I did test stream Saturday. Each time I do a test stream, it works fine. And then I go live and it doesn't work. Every time. Every time. But here we are. It is working now, and we're very happy. Okay, I do have money for this, but we want to check. Oh, everything is opposite directions. You're over here. Okay, the fishing rod, the fish fillet. We could do the fish fillet. Gilzibel, yes, it was a massively delayed stream, and I apologize for that. We're not going to be able to get a huge amount of time. We're going to just get hopefully one good run. But so much going on. All 3 jobs collided today. A lot going on. I feel like this is the luxury item, but this is what's actually going to get us the fish. Right? We're going to do this. Mana for our tank. Health. I don't know what our secondary tank is going to be, but we definitely could do this. Like, it's most likely the swordsman. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Could grab that holy tree. I just don't know. My problem with the holy tree is, well, I guess we could just throw it out front. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. It's super early. Alright, we got our house. Get our worker going. Probably one more on wood, and then we'll get him switched over to the stone. Yeah, you guys are here. This is the first day of us actually getting to do this multi-stream thing together. Like, for those who are here, you are on the ground floor of a new experience for us all. We do want that road builder too. Tues, thank you so much for the sub. Glad you're here.
This better be good.
Nope. Nope. Shield. Yeah. We're gonna be getting the swordsman now. I just can't feed everybody just yet. And overshield, which I still haven't been convinced by. I mean, I get the idea of it. Like every 10 seconds it gets another shield, but 5 shield. I'm just not convinced that that's a legendary item. Because by the end, like the regular shield is like 60 armors or 60 shield or something, and it's like every 10 seconds it's gonna take the whole night just to get the value back of the one shield. Stoney has a question about the economy in the game. Houses net 1 worker until upgraded, right? What about foraging huts and fishing huts? Are those additional single task workers? Ah, that's an excellent question. Yeah, they provide their own worker. You don't have to assign a worker to the small buildings. So yeah, they'll get you, like I've got a fishing hut. So this is just going to get me 1 fish a day. I can upgrade him to 2. If we went for the forager, I don't know if it's limited to 1. I rarely build it. But I do know that when you're out of the thickets, it's still just wasted spots. You can't delete them. And so until you have your slots all available to you like this, you kind of need every last slot. And so only now do I feel free enough to start building foragers. If you build it any other time, you're preventing a house, you're preventing the decoration, which by the way, decorations are amazing. Getting those early, like that's part of my core build now is to get a decoration early. So, but yeah, they make their own workers similar to how the specialty things work on these. Like when we get the road builder, it gets its own worker, does its own thing. Thanks for the contents. Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here. More things to click, all the things. I'm not used to looking for, I just got used to the purple arrow. It was yellow, then it was purple, now it's white. I mean, it's early access. Things are going to change and change for the better, but I'm a creature of habit. Now it is day 5. You know what? I'm going to move the tree ant further up. Because I think, since I don't have walls yet, I think we're going to start getting our higher level guys, the elites. I'll call them elites. Can't call them mini bosses because those things were mini bosses. And I think if I move this guy to the farthest forward, he's proximity-wise, he'll get targeted from the flank guys. So I think it's going to be worth it to me to invest this early on that hunch. Why says 2 stars away from the extra worker? Yes, we are very excited about that right here. Very excited. That is such a huge thing. Here we go. And I do want that wall, I think. Is it worth doing it like this, though? That I don't know. Yes. We did it. We did it. So the flanking archer is hitting the guy up front, the tree ant up front, not my archer. He is tanking. It's the little things, chat. It's the little things. When you start getting to curse, you get these elites. And I've learned that if you put them up, at least until I start expanding further out, right? Once I start expanding further out, now I've got to have, on this positioning, I'm going to try to do like 2 tanks here and here to cover this spot and this spot, the outer extremes here, in order to make sure that they tank for them. You've got to have more than one tank. I'm going to try to do it with 2 if I can. Although I've done several runs where I've had 3. I'll do one in the middle and one on the either side. But I want to try to do it with 2. I think that's more efficient. Yeah, Stony asks, are the specialists free? And the specialists are free units but cost gold every time they do their thing. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Now, the road builder is really expensive because he's like a lot of road segments. And then you get things like the forester, and that's a lot of trees. You know, there's a lot of individual payments you're going to be making on these specialists. You have to be paying close attention on the human side. I've noticed on the undead side, I feel like it's less often. So, for example, the specialist on the blood building, where you get the wagon, well, it's not going to charge you unless there's a bloat to go pick up. And so you're not you can leave it on, and you're only paying every once in a while. But these guys want money all the time. Very human. Yeah, I think that's a big part. PT Break, I think that's a big part why money piles up faster on Undead, is because of the specialists not using it as much. And you can definitely afford the Lich, yeah. It's like a different story from the Paladin, which also, I know it keeps getting buffs, but I still feel like kind of useless. But I do want to, hold on, how are we doing on this? We need to get our alternative food source in. And the question is that going to be the hunter? Because I don't think it has to be anymore. I really do think, now that I have all my slots, I'm totally fine with going bread. I've been a naysayer on bread a lot, but my reasoning for it was mostly due to not having all the slots. Now, we still struggle with all the workers, so the extra, the 28-star worker really will help that out. But I do feel like the extra XP is going to be worth it now that I have the slots. So maybe that's where we go with this. Can you theoretically multiple? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've tried that before. Here's the waves of the guys. We need some AoE big time. I need that monk. Monk! I need a monk! But in order to get the monk, I need to put the sharpshooter on the wall, which is actually several turns away because the boards are not happening very quickly. It's a lot to do. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Maybe I'm just excited. It's max difficulty after all.
Ready for action.
That's right. I'm glad I didn't recruit anyone because we got somebody right now. There's a Yeti! Oh, but the ghost. Okay, I do like the Yeti a lot, but I've got the swordsman and I've got equipment for the swordsman. And like I said, I want to try 2. And it's not the dinosaur. We drop everything and pick up the dinosaur. But it's not the dinosaur, and the ghost is actually really good. Deviathan, hello, my friend. PT Break says the well goes really nicely on the decoration spot. Bread making on that left side is good. Let's have a look at that, because I might be able to improve in the future. I know I can, but maybe. So you think? Oh, these 2, yeah, because I guess historically I've been because I've done that. I've been like stuck doing these 2, right? And we put like the well over by the because it's the bakery is what needs it, not the windmill. So if I do these 2, like we can have the bakery still have it, but you're right, like they need each other. So that's a good spot for them. There's just a lot of runs where this ends up being, you know, one of the quarries or something, just because it happens to be over there. So a lot of times I'm not even thinking about those. It's these 4 that are always open to me. What is this? Sergeant Drake with the banana? That's a thing. That's awesome. You have well earned that banana, sir. And thank you. Deviathon, you made a great run. Broke a few records. Rank 65, that's awesome. 1354 glory. Yeah. May I ask, was that, what curse and how many bonfires? Fuzek, you just tuned in? Finished your curse 5.5! See, this is 5.4, and I've never even played 5 at all. We just jumped straight to 0.4. I don't have the 5th one yet. That's awesome. You think mass AoE? Yeah, so I picked up the Ghost in order to have more AoE, but we didn't start with AoE except for, well, our tank and the Angel, the Marksman, those are boss fighters. I think you're right, it's AoE from here on out. Alright, it's not going to be forbidden fruit, though we have done that before. Drake, thank you. We have done the forbidden fruit before. It's not going to be the forbidden fruit right now. Because we've got the room for the wheat and everything. We're going to make use of it. But I do think I'm going to pick up the Bush of Life. That way I can always have a bush as a backup. I can always have some fruit as a backup. I think that's my plan. I'm okay with this. Even that was also Curse 5 Bonfire 5. Yeah. Clear all those with all the heroes as well. Once you clear it with all the heroes, it gets harder and more popular. Of course it does. Very good to know. Okay, I still want more AoE. I still want the wall to put this on, but we actually need way more of this to make that happen. I guess I don't actually need all the stone at the moment, do I? We don't need to plant trees yet. We'll need the well. And we'll need... So I'll need 10, which we just got. Right? Yeah, the windmill. Yeah, so we need 10. So we could get that part of it going. But we won't actually be able to make anything because you need the other one first. $1,200 or so for the 5th altar. Well, that's the goal today then. That is our goal. Because we're I don't even know if we'll live, but that's our goal. So we're curse 5 for bonfire. That is the goal, to get to the 5th. Yeah, this is... Now, I could start getting, like, a gold miner and such. But I think we're going to stay the course for the moment. And I think the enemies are not populated enough yet to justify swapping out one of our single targets for the AoE. We need the tanks. I agree on all of this. There's so much to do. How much gold do I have?
X marks the spot.
It's almost new week. Do we do this? I'm gonna wait, I think. Sir Elix was asking how you deal with the range gems. Well, we're doing it right now, by the way, in tanks. Tanks is the answer. So, you can see it right now. I had to put my tank further forward. I had to pay for the privilege, but it's further forward, so that way it's protecting the flanks. But this will not last me forever, because the one tank just can't handle all the waves that are going to be coming in. So we're going to at least try to do it with 2. And I'm going to shift them to left and right. That might not be enough, and at which point we'll go a third, and we'll go the far left, far right, and center. You've got to have tanks. could do the castle gate. I don't feel like we need it. And so I think instead I'm going to try to keep that around to try to get a head start on all the resources. Also, speaking of things that we need, no, let's keep going with the nuns. Let's try to make that happen. Stony, we'll see you later. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Curse increases the difficulty, but it's in multiple ways. So Curse increases the stats of the enemies by 20% per level. So we're at 100% at the max Curse here. We have plus 100% stats. We also have, more often we'll have weather effects. And we've got the elites that are showing up. So there's like, what, 5 different elite types now. But we also multiply the glory that we get. And on top of that, we're multiplying how many enemies are spawning based on the bonfires. Kirazen, yes, thank you so much. It's still a little dry, but I feel much better. Thank you. I'm thinking shock. Throw it on our AoE. And maybe some burn. Shock and awe right there. So, I've totally forgotten about the quests here. I think we can start sending the angel on all of them, though. Well, that was a terrible mistake. We probably needed the angel specifically for the boss, but here we are. I just clicked it. These things happen. Ooh. I need to check to see if the marksman does crits. Not really. I don't think anyone else really does them either. The angel sort of does, but I'm not going to rely on the angel that much. Okay, so it's just going to be damage for the marksman, I think. And then the question is, should I go ahead and just grab these? That way we can do this for the next round as well. More equipment. Cloud79, thank you for following. Glad you're here. Meltris from Germany. Hello, my friend. Glad to have you. You got to 700 today. That's so amazing. Congrats! It only gets better, doesn't it? Like, the more you unlock, the more you like, wow, I have got tools to work with now. I don't have to just, bang some rocks together. I can build something here. Good time to set up the monument. Yes, good point. Good point. We do need to do that. It is time. I'm gonna go and click this, and let's set up that monument. Good reminder. Appreciate it. This is not one of those streams where I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. Like, I openly admit I'm old and I forget things and I need your help. All the time. Speaking of, we forgot to check this stuff. Now, the mechanic, I need to get unlocked. And he does do turrets that are kind of fun. I've seen them on the undead. But I'm just going to be looking for AoE. The observer is strong, but we've already got single targets. So I think, again, we're going to let that ride. PT break, where am I on the witch quest? I think I still have 2 to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have 2 to go. Because I kept spending things. If all goes well, we should get some decent shards this run. Alright, so boss time. Angel's not here. Trying to get enough wood to get the windmill and such going. Alfredo pasta. It is kind of a chicken Alfredo, but it's not a real Alfredo because it's dairy free. Mrs. Druski makes delicious dinners that I can eat, because I cannot have dairy or I will die. Okay, she says it's a chicken curry pasta. There you go. By the way, if anyone is curious, Mrs. Druski did put some of her recipes for our recent events. We had the cookie recipe. It's on our Discord, which I think I can share that on all the platforms here, but I need a second to pull it up. Like, I'll have to actually put the actual link as opposed to the bot. But we can do this. That should be a link for our Discord. Over on the Skills of an Artist channel on that, you can find Mrs. Druski's cookie recipe that she just made. The, what is it, browned butter. I don't remember. Browned butter, maple pumpkin cookies. And I added chocolate chips. With chocolate chips. Yes. It was delicious. So that was to celebrate us hitting 2,000 followers on Twitch. And then we also just had wassail over the weekend, as with our fall family feast. And then, of course, in other news of events going on, this coming week, this Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, this Friday is the anniversary on Twitch. So our streamer Twitch anniversary for being partner is this Friday. So that's something to celebrate. And the following week, so next week on Thursday, we will be on the Twitch front page. Much excite. Lots going on. All thanks to you guys. Glorified Snickerdoodle, how dare you?
It's true.
It's true.
It's so true.
Okay, I didn't have to defend Mrs. Druski's honor. She agrees. It is a glorified Snickerdoodle. Doku asks, you saw that I unlocked the ghoul. How did I do the long rail track? It's not as simple as the Sujin. It was just, I basically bricked a run. I essentially was like, okay, you know, the gold mine's down here, and I'm just gonna build the gatherer up here, and on the opposite corner, and then just made a railroad and ended the run. Okay, let's continue. We've got the money for the monk. We've even got some food, but I was trying to save what I can on the berries. We're doing acid. We do have some crits with the shock as well, and the thorny whip works with our tank. So this is basically, do we need to reduce magic armor, magic resist, or physical resist? I don't know what we're going to ultimately have. We do have, right now, mostly magic damage. Agent Rome asks, what is this game? This is Super Fantasy Kingdom. This is a roguelite kingdom builder survival auto battler. And you explore the world. There's tons of meta progression. That's what most of that world exploration is. And you build up your castle, you defend your castle, And it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle every time you play, and it keeps coming you back, making you come back for more. I still need to choose. I think we do this. Need more crit though. Okay, we actually have 12. Like I think maybe tomorrow we can get enough berries if we keep getting enough fish here. Melchus is kind of late over there in Germany. All right. Well, you have a great night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Well, hold on. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, hope to see you tomorrow. Does Ghost spread poison? Yes. Yeah, it's an AoE of poison. So that's why, because it's an AoE, I just threw on all my other AoE stuff just now. What we're really going to need is another house. Even says it's a great game, but it's a shame that last part of the game might be bugged. I've not seen it. I'm unaware. So it was party time for anyone who doesn't know, because we beat the boss. It is always party time after you beat the boss. Ooh, another unit. That's the Yeti, okay. I do like the Yeti. I shall grab the Yeti. Even though we have all these shields, we shall have the Yeti.
Did everyone see my flourish?
Okay, fish fillet. Cookies. I'll save with the fish fillet. We'll do that. You should, yeah. The dev has been doing like daily patches, fixing all sorts of stuff. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a solo dev making this, which is pretty incredible. And it's a great little game. He's very active. Go over to his Discord and send him some love. Do need to get... I can get these houses upgraded. It's probably the cheapest way to get more workers. So we probably should get that work done. Thing is, I was going to get food. So is it the gold mine or is it the food? I don't think I have workers for the bread yet. I just don't think we have workers yet. Let's get the gold mine going. And we can do our nuns. Now I think... if we're gonna grab that fish item, we'll do this. Yeah, it seems like he's doing a lot, and I'm almost worried that he's gonna burn himself out. So I kind of hope that he calms down and chills out. It doesn't have to feel like he has to fix everything overnight. But I also think that the game is wildly popular, more so than he ever dreamed, and as a result, wants to follow up with that, and I don't blame him. There's our first time with that guy. All right, good to know. Probably a little overzealous with the sturdy wall purchase. I still need to make the other thing. Can I click this yet? Has this been fixed? No, I still have to wait till the next day. Now we have the Yeti. I think I am going to click that health, but I might not click it yet because we haven't checked the siege weapon yet. There are some bloats. I do still enjoy the bloats, but I don't know if we have the slots for them. Does anyone know why the developer has it so you can only have one of each? Technically, you can have more. It's just super rare. And the way you do that is if on the events, the little X marks the spots, those can roll and be the same unit you already have. So there you go. Although I must admit, as cool as it is that there's like a variety, and you have to make do with what you've got, I also think it'd be a cool thing to have like a whole wall of swordsmen and crossbowmen or whatever. I think it'd just be a cool thing. Maybe in something like a endless mode, which is not official or announced or anything like that, but I can't imagine there not being one. Maybe something like that will also have unlocked the unit caps. Yeah, the gift package thing is what I was talking about on the X marks the spots. Those are in the game calls those events. Can't go yet. Do I? I've only got like one item left. No, we've really got to get the rest of those shards. And we're going to need to get our tank slots. Say Dion, thank you for the follow. Glad you're here. I've had a bad experience with those things, so I just always do the Ifrit. I've got enough wheat. I think I am just going to go ahead and grab another decoration. Also, we're at 5 of the boards. I can start getting stone again because we're out of that. It is 5 or is it 6? It is 6. Do we have one sitting around? Do not. I do need to have that guy there. There's our 6. I guess I need to have a wheat farm too at some point. How am I still getting boards? I stopped them working. Sir Elix is 1 a.m. there. Get some sleep. You can probably check the VOD later. Good night, my friend. Wise Hermit says to grab a forager. I think we'll be okay. We're still on the plus side. And I'm fixing to get some bread here shortly. I think we'll be okay. There we go. Now it's the bakery that needs the well, correct? Pretty sure. Why am I going for... Because it's what I have! I keep playing undead and not getting any stars over there, so it's what I have. Okay. This is my first time doing Curse 5. We jumped straight from Curse 4, 4 bonfire, to Curse 5, 4 bonfire. Alright, so we got the well. And then I gotta just put the bakery next to it. Or should I build a tower? Are we in danger? We might be in danger. Mihawk, thank you for the follow. Glad you're here. That is kind of the debate I'm having. Do we defend or do we just... I don't need to build this. I could easily just build a tower anyway. Because we're not ready for with the stone yet either.
Hey Sarjo just redeemed Mechabellum, shields up.
Shields up, my friend. I don't know if we're critting all the time, so I do think I'd like to get the Radiance. And we need to upgrade our hero too. And I think I like the apply wetness route here. Because I don't have another source of causing it. This one increases damage for each wet target, but I don't have a source to cause it. Which is it the bakery that needs the water, or is it the windmill? I'm pretty sure it's the bakery. What's the highest glory I've gotten so far? Ask Yabama Joe. Yobama Joe. 1069, I believe. I've been playing undead, trying to get more Trying to get more stars, and they really haven't been. These are all useful. It's still really early. We could do the chalice. But this would be an excellent way to get the freeze going, too. No, we're going to do chalice, because we're going to have siege weapons. That will be their damage. Rigard asks, should I play the Undead Kingdom to unlock more characters for your human run? Yes. And it will give you more stars, which will unlock more of the buildings for your human run. Yes, you should. Hello, Kumi. Good to have you. Alright, I'm pretty sure the bakery is the one. Yeah, that's one that uses it. I'm not going to sign the worker yet. We don't have any flour, but I needed to know. Oh, I have not equipped the chalice. It's gonna go on the angel. We are gonna be putting the Yeti up there shortly. Serafino, thank you for the sub. Gnomes. I guess if we do the wheat, although hold on. How many trees? Yeah, we could upgrade the forester. We should. But if I don't upgrade it right now, this gives me what I need. Thank you to the gnomes. Okay, so I actually have another worker. Windmill is carriers. Oh, I signed a carrier. I see. Okay, timeout. Then that needs to have a different icon, just like the undead does. That needs a different icon. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a stable. We've got wheat started to come in, so we will do that. Let's get more wood for the next house. Okay, we're gonna need to get a smelter shortly. Actually finish up our upgrade here. I always feel like that's behind. Now, normally it'd just be sword, but I don't really have anyone to put that on because it's not going to go on my Yeti. Technically, I could put on the Angel, but we've kind of decided the Angel's not going to be doing damage. Other than that, it's crit, isn't it? You could potentially get 5% more crit on the marksman. Like, because crits give a radiance. You crit over here, 15% on an AoE. We like the Yeti's crits, it's just the Yeti needs a tank. Applying radiance is okay. Only because I got that card is why I'm gonna look at doing this. Yeah, 15. None of those crit. I wonder if the AoE actually can. When the boat gets back, we should have enough ingots for our level. Be nice to have gotten it sooner than that, but that's okay. It's okay. Should I have physical guys? Like we're doing pretty much all magic, aren't we? Well, not anymore. I mean the marksman is still a lot of the damage, I would imagine. Even so. Hello, Orange Cat. You're in danger of befuring my dinner. Settle down. Okay, stop clicking buttons. So then what I like to do is increase the area and just increase that duration. We've got a lot of status debuffs. A-okay with this. So the bread is being made. Because the bread's being made, we should have some of the fish getting converted maybe over to meat, which might let us get cooked meat, which might let us get good meat. It was kind of the plan, was to try to get, because we have bread, and because we have that item for the fish, we should be able to get some of the good meat. Bread and fish fillet? Yeah, that's what we're working on. Exactly. I probably should have had him be different. Oh, chat, how could you let me do this? It's because the Banishes have moved. I'm looking over here and I don't see any Banishes. They're over here now. This entire run, we've not been using our Banishes. It's in a new spot. Also, I haven't checked this lately. So Frost Mage is some AoE, and it can be put on towers, and I'm kind of a fan. Plus, it'll pair with the Yeti by doing freeze, which is nice. And by doing that, by doing the freeze, that's crit chance for our Yeti. And anytime we do crit, we get radiance. So that's just a minor side effect, but it's quite nice. The Druid is a lot of animals, is what it is. It's a lot of animals. Battle Moose asks, what are Banishes used for? Not what you would think. So normally in a game, in a roguelike, you get something that's banished and be like kind of in a situation right here. Be like, well, I keep seeing the ghoul. Let's banish the ghoul, and I don't want to have any more ghoul options. Maybe that's in the plan, in the works. I'm going to do the Frost Mage. Oh, well, I can't afford it. But right now, what the Banishes do are you can use them to increase the stats of some of the enemies. It's called evolution chance. So if I use up a banish, each one is like a 2.5% chance. Maybe that got changed now as well. 2.5% chance, I think, to increase the monster. So the monster's slightly harder. So right now we're at 15% of the monsters should have that chance, or maybe I don't know if it's exactly going to be that. But regardless, when you kill an evolved monster, you have a chance to get a shard. So it's more shards, more difficulty. The main reason why you're going to see the Banishes, though, is if you die, you get go back to life. It's an extra life. So I can't imagine that being the only uses for a name like Banish. Surely you're going to have options that you can banish. It's not there yet. Sta agrees on the Frost Mage choice. I don't have the money yet. We'll get there. There's lots to do, because I want the Frost Mage, I want to have the Monk. Still thinking about Swordsman, because I got items for him. Oh, the pirate ship's back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh. Everyone gets crit chance against freeze targets. And whenever crits happen, we're doing radiant. I think that's going to be the case. We just need to do more freeze. And we passed up that item that was giving the freeze on everything. That's still great, though. Maybe we'll get another chance at it. Are we up here yet? Not yet. Okay, and we need a new house. So 16 wood. And unfortunately, we don't have the path down here like I would like. You see where the road builder goes next, I guess. I might be building houses over here, for all I know. Oh, everyone's getting bread. Good stuff. Flowsense says road builder seems to always beeline for your houses. At least initially, but now I don't know where he's gonna be. Because those are the only 2 houses we had. The Rejuvenate. Timeout. I've got one already. And surely my other tank is probably gonna be the swordsman because I've got these items already. I don't think we do Rejuvenate unless I want to throw it on just a random hero. How much faith is it? 5 faith? 5 faith. I can throw it on a random hero for 5 faith. We need to start doing these guys, I think, don't we? Stas says, it's so much easier to get blood as undead than gold as human. Or did you miss something? You have way more 3-star things blocking that. You have way more heroes, star heroes on undead. Yeah, I think it's a whole different economy. Blood is not a 1-to-1 equivalency to the gold though. Like you don't use it for the same things. You can banish... Hold on, you can banish the siege engines? Well, there you go. But the thing is, it's so wildly useful to have more... By going over here and increasing the ritual, right? Like, I think I'd just rather spend an extra faith. But I didn't know! So clearly that's the plan, right? Thank you for that tip. We're not going to get into the holy tree now that we're halfway through the run. I might consider the bloat, but I've got stuff to spend my gold on. Okay, we did go too long. Forgot. Only 2 deposits left. We're going to need this soon. I might need the forager just to get rid of the thicket. So we're not going to get into the house because we don't have trees for a while. Buy random wood? Nope. No, we cannot. We can upgrade the statue, though. Well, the feeling's mutual. Thank you for the help. Oh yeah, that's nice. We'll take out the dragon next turn. I'm pretty sure he's getting unlocked. Yeah, he's unlocked. What was over here? Hitting a bleeding... I don't think we're doing any bleed. Hitting a bleeding target with poison applies a stack of poison, which is nice. This we're gonna let reroll. We're gonna let that reroll. Do we have anyone that can go here? The angel can. Yes, you're gonna plan on going there. Marshoon, glad you're here. Thanks for the follow. I don't think I clicked that yet though, because I think it'd be right now, mid-battle. Oh, everyone is going home. Okay, that's why. Panic. Oh, good. We found another ore. That is good. Can you delete buildings? Yeah. So the demolisher guy that I already passed by. Now I can ask him to come at the end of the day. And mostly I have the scientist here because on the occasional run where I have the dinosaur, I need to be able to send him. But he never asks for the dinosaur when I do. This is very difficult to eat. I'm trying to finish this up, and the cat's on my arm. Yeah, we need to grab that frost mage. Hey, there's the freeze. Yeah, 100%. We're doing that. I need to get it on an AoE source. It changed. It wasn't a new week, was it? I don't think it was a new week. Did it change because our average level, like, it's now level 5? I mean, it's the dinosaur, that's amazing, but it changed. Huh. I mean, the archer does do frost, but you can't ever not pick the dinosaur. I looked on day 14. Well, we didn't have money then. Yes, you can rename units. It's true, and I think we need to work in a way for chat to be named my units here. I think we need to work that in somehow. So much for the swordsman. So much for the shield. Nobody has shield. If we get any unit with shield, I'll just throw it on them. Well, the Rejuve now has a good purpose. The freeze... I can put that on the monk when we pick up the monk, because I definitely am picking up the monk. I could unequip the crit on the hero here, which I'm not convinced actually can crit. Honey Badger says the sequel to Godzilla -1 has been announced. Know how to get more thickets? Yeah, the geologist. He's see how he's digging right here? Well, he's not right now, but the flag is there for him to dig. All these thickets are found by the geologist. He finds more than just rocks. Which I was not aware of. Maybe if he was just named Surveyor. I think the upgrade is Surveyor or something? No. Or what he does is Survey. Geologists don't typically find thickets. I beg to differ. Fields don't rot. Berries to bread. How often are fields rotting? I need to actually do this. And this. Yeah, we're getting good meat and everything. So the berries are... These berries are going to get us this next none, and then we need to stop using the berries. Yeah, we're not going to do the berry thing. I can do the fields don't rot. I don't know how common that is, but it's pretty cheap. Dinosaur. Or dragon, rather. every farm field rots when you don't have a farmer. But if I do have a farmer, they just stay? I think we're going physical side here, so... The bee! Piercing. Does the marksman get to do piercing? I don't think anyone else could. But does the marksman do it? Otherwise, we can just do health on the dino. Which is totally fine. Yes, he does piercing? What? Or is that yes about the farmer? There is a delay to stream. Neko Bauer says after 2 days of not being harvested, they disappear. We're still talking farms, so I need to know about piercing. We need to know about piercing and whether or not the marksman can pierce. I will be a very sad panda if I get this and it doesn't work. Clicking it. No! It was yes about the farmer. Yeah, I figured. Just add it to the list of stuff I can't use. We're not killing that dragon, are we? Well, he's half dead. Got all sorts of distractions now, though. Oh, but the poison tower? Maybe? Maybe? Somebody? Help! Help! It was close. I know we're gonna do the smelter. I think we're gonna grab that tower right now, though. Maybe if I had the angel out. Glad we did the tower. Because we are hurting. Ah, that's close. We need our dinosaur up front. Okay, we finally... we finally got the... enough for the house. Okay, we got a couple levels. It was really close last time, and I can have the angel this time. We're gonna try the dragon again. I didn't want that gold nugget. Yeah, exactly. Makes games too easy. We'll play in hard mode. Okay, this is probably a really big deal. Which of these guys is gonna get leveled up? I do like the crit against Frozen. I do like the idea. I think this is just always regenerate 2, which is still great. And I really like the laser attack. Alternatively, the fear, not really stunning. It's going to be the dino, isn't it? And that's okay. That's okay. We can have no problem doing that. Nobody can use... I mean, I don't want to waste anything on the angel. The angel's really not going to be DPSing for me anymore. This is the last hurrah. We could pick up the other units now. The crossbowman I can put on the wall. I want the monk, is what I really want. So what I'm actually thinking about doing is just moving this guy to the side and grabbing the monk. Yeah. Let's do that. But crossbowman can use that pierce, so he's not off limits to pick up. We have a fair amount of food, don't we? If I can just get enough gold to unlock the slots, we'd be doing okay. This guy doesn't go on tower. Yeah, nobody goes on towers around here. I could get another radiance. Not a terrible idea for the monk. Let's write the nunberries. That's true. That good point. We need to stay the course. I don't even know what we're gonna use that on. Yeah, let's just do the coin bag. I know we're not gonna get that many coins out of it, and all of these are useful, but I'm just gonna do the coin bag because I'm feeling like the biggest thing holding me back right now is money, because I need slots on the board. Woot! With the raid! Welcome, my friend! Welcome, everyone! I hope your stream went well. Glad to have you. We're playing some more Super Fantasy Kingdom. And we've got a dragon attacking us, can't you tell? I've got my Yeti, the trusty Yeti over there. Our Dinosaur is about to join the fray. There's the dragon. There goes our ghost. There's the Dinosaur! Very busy. Lots going on. Would you started playing the game? Yes, it is fun, isn't it? It really is. And it always feels like you're making progress every time you play. It's made by a solo dev. Got the dragon. Castle 12. Castle, do you mean 12 like 12 stars? Is that what you mean? Turbo. The abominable snowman is often mistaken for Bigfoot. Yet he never complains. Yet he never complains. Yeah, that gold ore. So the plan for the gold ore was to be converting the houses, right? There's 12 there. That was the plan. Since we have more than what we need now, the plan has shifted to get enough stone to do the smelter. But I spent some stone on the last tower, so we're trying to get our stone back. So that is why we're just getting tons and tons of gold. There is a reason. It doesn't look like it, but there is. 140 trophies. Nice. So it's always gonna keep getting better. When you start getting to curses, and when you start using these bonfires, these are multipliers. And so my best run with each level of curse is like 20% more trophies, and then each bonfire is basically 10% more trophies. So my best run was Curse 4, and I think 4 of the bonfires, and that got me to like 1,070. Now we're on Curse 5, and so the hope is to be over 1,100, maybe higher than that. If we can win. This is my first time doing it. First time, thank you for the follow. And Alan, thank you as well for the sub on YouTube. burn is concerning. My monk can't heal the shield though. Okay, it looks like he's recovered. We're also going to need to start getting our siege up and running too. Speaking of, there's our pylon. We have a fair amount of faith as well. It's gonna be all used up on the siege when we get there. Nice. Tons of XP happening. James, glad to have you here. Okay, we've seen that. Actually quite handy. I want it on the Dinosaur, but I'm feeling like the Yeti, like we want it on both, is all it boils down to. On both.
Good morning.
Checking all the things. I could click this. I don't know if there's something that amazing. I've gotten a few halfway decent things from that. Yeah, we do need to keep building boards. Yeah, bread's doing some work. Bread is doing some work. It's also accumulating a lot because we have the meat happening with the fish. So, like, we're primarily eating the good meat over the bread. I might, rather than buy the 22 here, I might just go ahead and buy the 8. Do something like that. That way, like, he can be protecting that flank, but I can start, when I get the gold, I can move him forward. And then also, because we got all this gold, I do think I'm going to pick up our Jouster. And then we finally have a guy with shields. Basically. I don't really need a guy with shield, but that's because we had a bunch of free shield items. Now, he is going to give the ally behind him +1 pierce. I don't think anyone is going to benefit from it, so I'm just going to leave him as is without spending the gold. What happens to food I don't eat? Well, mostly just sits there, but if it's the raw meat, it will get cooked, and it'll go to cooked meat, and if it sits there another turn, it'll become good meat. So you don't directly cook these two, you just produce raw meat various ways. In this run, I have a relic that's converting fish into raw meat. So we're fishing is what we're doing. And so we're getting raw meat from that. And then the next day it turns into cooked meat, and the next day it's good meat. And the reason why it's not getting eaten is the raw meat's 2 XP, 3 XP, 4 XP, but the bread is also 3 XP, meaning the cooked meat and the bread are randomly chosen. So there's usually some cooked meat left over, and any cooked meat left over turns into good meat, which is 4 XP. So we get some extra XP. Yeah, we've got plenty, don't we? We've got plenty. And I can probably get that horse back for the minute, too. I do need to get this up and running, because we are going to be running out of that shortly. Hey! Hello! Yeah, so now the Dinosaur is taking a little bit of the heat off of the Yeti. But we'll want to keep moving him forward. Positioning matters a lot in this. No, the tree! Tree beard! Okay, he's no longer ensnared, so I can move him. It was close. We almost had a death. Would have been unacceptable. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna save up the wood. Maybe we will and go for the other house again. I'm feeling pretty good on the economy. Bulwark. Was that worth 5 faith? I don't know. I don't know. This was... yeah, we're waiting on that. If I pick this up... of course that cost gold. I'm gonna try to save gold. Mistakes might have been made. I can redo the day, but it's okay. Boneberry, yeah, that's a great point, because they used to... I'm averse to them because they used to count as deaths. They don't count as deaths anymore. They used to. So that's why I never consider them. I could throw Radiance over here on the monk. All bread? Oh yeah, so that should be more good meat. And we did use up all that gold. Remember, we were talking about that. Now, technically, we could be upgrading the Angel, but I really just don't think I'm going to. It's purely a support unit at this point. So... hello, Toby Digital. Glad to have you here. A bit more regen from our monk. Yeti's in trouble again. Definitely need our trebuchets up and running. Past time. But I guess I'm also... bad weather, okay. I'm also trying to get the wood saved up for another house. I don't know how badly I need it, though. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Gold is holding me back. IN 1196. You read somewhere that you read with right items you can kill the mini bosses round 1 with Angel. Yes. Now I tried on Curse 5 just now on this run and it didn't work. We waited. It ended up being round 2 with the extra unit. But that said, you can. Anything below round 5, you can do it. I have, and you basically what you do is you start with enough faith and you buy the Angel. So you have your starter unit. You remember how you're going to have a starter unit because of your scientist. And then with that scientist starter unit and the Angel, you can absolutely take it out round 1. The harder the difficulties, the more you're going to rely on items to augment that. So you need to have, if you go Curse 4, you're going to need to have items built for that. You might even be able to do it on Curse 5 with the right units, but I was trying to get more generalist units like a tank and stuff. But if you got single target, I'm sure you could do it on Curse 5. I wouldn't recommend, because you'll probably throw the rest of your run. You need to start with the tank. With all of these elite units that get thrown at you, you need to have tanks. Pinsko Abel, thank you for the follow. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. Knock back for units there. And a shield for you. Now, I'm wondering, we should get 2 fish a day. Should we pick up the Griffin? It's a little bit more AoE stun. I can put him on a tower. I've got 2 empty towers. And I could also pick up the crossbowman and potentially give him Pierce with the correct positioning. We'll wait on the crossbowman. I've had some good runs with him, but I've had a whole lot more bad runs with him. Dino saving the scientist, amazing. Yes, I am. If it shows up, we're gonna do the dino. I've got 3 chances. This is why I'm running all these scientists, is specifically to get the dino. If it shows up, we will, and then we'll just buy a swordsman as our other tank. Now, I usually have a terrible time against these Minotaurs. This might be a horrible idea, but I was trying to do all the physical damage stuff. Missing ore. I guess I have to get the gold mine after all. The mine! Just love how the dinosaur just pushed everyone over there to fight that Yeti. He's like, go over there. We're getting some shards here. Nice. I can unlock this. I was just trying to wait because I didn't know if there was still something else to unlock, and of course I still need the witch to be found and clicked. I think she's on an island somewhere. Or is she still here? No, she's not still here. Yeah, they changed where the Banishes show up. They're now in a different spot, and that's why this run, I spent the first 10 days or so not spending my Banishes. I didn't see them, and I wasn't thinking about them. Ah, it never asks for the dino. No. Do I even have magic units? Yeah, I do. I've got the monk. Sure. Okay, it's our last day for the refresh. Do we grab that radiance?
Settle down, settle down.
We're out of bread. I want to level the monk. Get the swordsman, start leveling him. Well, we're gonna wait till after this turn, so that way he'll have 5 more XP. But good point. How many berries? Hold on, we've had these berries for a while. So, should we? Would it be crazy to put that on the wheat or something? Or just put it on our smelter? I think, does that still affect the gold mine? I guess we'll find out. 20 seconds. Let's just science it. 20 seconds. Or you can't do it on the gold mine. I can put on here 15 seconds on the regular deposit, but there are no regular deposits. So I guess we're gonna find out anyway. Okay, there's a 10.5 and still 20. Okay. Okay. Well, if we ever get some regular ones, we'll have them improve. Boss time. Is that the sniper just casually doing 200 damage, not even critting? Yeah, 183. That's the sniper. Ooh, we are poisoning a lot of things. I like that. Now we can get the swordsman. And he'll get the food for the day here as well. And then the question is, do I bother? It's like these slots I'm less concerned about, but I could do it. The geo flag? I mean, it's right there, not really. It's not blocked or anything. Is there actually, is it random per tile, or is there actually like ore veins underneath that we're actually looking for? Because if it's like playing a little mini game where he's like found nothing and, you know, with the arrow over this way, like that'd be a whole different ball game. Not prepared for that. Whoa! I've never seen the star. So they're very, very happy because they've got the good meat and it's party night with the extra XP. I've never seen the star. Wow. I'll build the mine. Yeah, build the rails. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll do that. All right, new week. Radiance is still here. Same old. Who knows? We might be picking up some of that at some point. Might pick up some bloats. I do think those are great for AoE. I don't know. That's, I don't know if I'm gonna do those. Now we could click the ore, just to kind of get back on track. But that is 23 faith, and that is a siege upgrade, pretty much. Isn't bread 3 as well? So, bread is 3 XP. Cooked meat is 3 XP, but good meat is 4. So what's happening is we're cooking both, we're creating the meat with the fish. So the fish is, we got the relics. The fish is converting into raw meat. Raw meat only being 2 means it's not getting eaten because they're choosing the bread or the cooked meat. And when they are choosing either or the bread or the cooked meat, if there's any cooked meat left over, since it's random, then the cooked meat gets to upgrade the next day, which is why we're getting some good meat. And the more good meat that we have, the more that the cycle happens because they're eating less bread and everything. Who was I going to fill that with? I had a whole plan. Already picked that one up. Didn't I have a plan? I thought I had a plan. Oh, well, we can do the bloat. Civ Fanatic. I am a fanatic about Civilization as well, by the way. I just haven't played it lately with the latest one. Do you have any recommendations on heroes for the first curse levels? I think a lot of times heroes come down to personal preference, but anything with AoE is really what I would stick with. Anything with AoE, and this is why I actually chose for my first Curse 5. I chose Shiva here because this is very reliable AoE. There's some AoEs that is hit or miss. It might just completely not hit anything, but this one's pretty much always hitting useful stuff. So this is one of my favorite ones, Shiva, but it's not the only one. And then there's some that have really interesting interactions. For example, the spider one, you can put Pierce on that, and then the spiders will hit multiple targets, which is interesting. PT Breaker can do good. I just, anytime putting the hero up front like that, the run can at the drop of a hat, the run can be lost because of that, you know? Like I'm just not, I don't like it. So we've been going for the physical ones. I don't really know if I want to do the physical last boss, but I think we're lining up for it already. Well, no, it's a new week. I just did. Only one. How are we doing over here? Only just now getting here. I decided it was time. Imagine a spider running through you. I'd prefer not to imagine that. Thank you very much. Quest board, thank you. Wow, 2 things. That's we're doing okay over there. I'm pretty sure I've unlocked the things over here. Now I know, Civ Fanatic. I know you're a Civ Fanatic when you say only 25 hours. Yes. Yes. We Civ players log games by the hundreds or thousands of hours. Might be neglecting hero upgrades. Well, that requires a 10th ingot. I'm sitting on 8. I've been watching it. The problem was I briefly, when we had the mine situation, we briefly took a guy off of here. So now he's back on there because we weren't getting any gold. So now he's back. Hold on, do we have our angel able to do this yet? Yes. It is going to be the angel. Is this a reroll? I really do like the holy water, and the acid is interesting. We're hitting a whole lot of guys with that. But I don't know how many enemies that we're actually needing to reduce armor for. Still, we have a lot of radiance. I don't have any armor reduction, so maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Yep, I knew it. I knew it, Civ. Yeah, I burned out on Civ 7 about a week into the game's release. This might be a little bit dangerous to have 2 guys gone, huh? How to prepare meat in the game. So you're saying prepare, so you're probably not meaning like gather it in the first place. But just in case somebody else doesn't know, the main way to gather meat is pretty straightforward. You get your hunter building and you have him go do his job. Now, the wildlife will get drained down and it replenishes 1 per day, unless you have an item that's a very common early item you can get with bait, and you get like 2 per day. So you can have, with that item, you can have 1 hunter kind of doing his thing for a while. You can also use who is it that does? Is it on the hunter? I bet it is on the hunter building, or you can chop down the thickets to get 2 more animals. So you can get all those going. The way you get the meat to level up, which is what your question I think was, is that if the raw meat stays put, you don't have like a furnace or kiln, or not kiln on meat. You don't have a barbecue grill over here to cook it. Instead, it just has to sit around for a day. You put it out in the sun, it's baking on that rock or whatever. And so as long as you don't eat it, it gets cooked. And then the same will happen with the cooked meat. As long as you don't eat it, it will turn into good meat. How am I generating this when I don't actually even have a hunter? Well, I've got a relic over here. The fish fillet, uneaten fish, gets turned into raw meat. So that's what's getting us our raw meat. Now, raw meat and fish both give you 2 XP by being eaten. Bread and cooked meat are both 3 XP, and the good meat is 4. So by making a bread industry here, what we've done is we've made it to where the higher XP gets prioritized. So the bread is getting eaten first, as long as there is some. I only have 1 right now. As long as there is some bread, that's getting eaten before the uncooked raw meat, which allows the raw meat a chance to get cooked because the bread's getting eaten. Now, once you have cooked meat and bread, when you have both, there's basically a 50-50 chance one or the other gets eaten. As long as some of the cooked meat survives that randomness to happen, it will become good meat. And now I'm getting 4 XP. Now, once I've got good meat, that's getting prioritized, which means I'm going to have more bread, more cooked meat, because 4 of our people are eating the good meat instead. And so that's going to just help the cycle. Now, I didn't have to have the fish thing. It was just an early game pick at the beginning. You could do this easily with the hunter as well. But to get all this, you need a lot of buildings. Bread in particular uses like 4 buildings, because you got to have the farm, the bakery, the windmill, and the well. And so to get bread going, you're not going to be able to do that until you've already unlocked most, if not all, of your building slots. I do not recommend bread if you're just starting the game. You won't have enough building slots to do everything else you need to do. So in that case, you go with fishing usually for me. I went fishing a lot, and I would also get the berry... the berry relic that just does like the overwhelming berries. You combine that with good berries, and they're worth 2 XP each. I would do that a lot. I can upgrade a house? I wish I could. I wish I could. This is the last house to upgrade, so it's going to cost me a bit. Yeah, fish relics are pretty awesome, I agree. I'm a little worried about this, honestly. I kind of think I need to get I need to get my other trebuchet and move this thing up forward just to get it out of the way. But we need. I kind of think we need more stuff. I might even pick up the crossbow and just have something else shooting. I will. I will. We got the happiness. We got the food. Now, I always lose that headless. We're not going to do that. Yeah, we might use the beer for the boost. I agree there. Okay. Thorns. Yes. Yes, this is absolutely thorns here. The rejuvenate is... No, we already got rejuvenate. This guy doesn't need it, so thorns. Be really nice to get our one more ingot going. Anytime, gentlemen. Okay, I need 12 to get another slot. I can put that over there. Okay. There's the 10. No, you're trapped. I can't do it. Ah! Too many elites. Trebuchets doing 80 damages shot, like per unit. They're gonna start doing top DPS, by the way. Siege, if you didn't know, the siege is where it's at. You have to get siege high at the high levels. It's the best AoE. And I choose the trebuchet, not the catapult. The reason being, stun is nice, but stun does not scale. I'm trying to generate a lot of faith, and that faith is allowing me to click this upgrade multiple times. By clicking that, we're actually doing damage with these things. So these guys are doing 84 damage for everything in the AoE, which is a much larger AoE than the catapult. So yes, I could stun, and maybe you've got some stun build, and you can do it. Like, you can justify the whole thing. But for me, for just a consistent, regular build, this is hard to pass. It's hard to pass up just the raw damage potential of the trebuchet. Okay, we can finally hit the dinosaur. Here we go. No, it's not there. It's over here. The kaiju! Good option to add burn to the range. So the problem with it is, where do you put it? If it's going to take up a slot on your wall, and you're not going to get the pylon, and instead you're going to just have a burn for 1 damage per second? No. No, I'd rather have that pylon killing off the boss for me, because the trebuchet is not going to kill bosses. All right, so our kaiju now has a laser attack. We can put it in tower, but I want to put other things in the tower. I want to actually get a unit in the tower here. Can't do it yet. But also, it buffs the adjacent units, so it only buffs these two if it's in that tower, and that's silly. Laser dino. Of course, now that we have all this in the dino, oh no. We just invested all the gold. This will be the run that the scientist says, hey, I'll take that dinosaur off your hands. And you don't get the gold back. PT break. Don't know if you played around with elementals, but snow elemental with items is pretty decent. I've played only a couple of games. I think one was amazing and the other two were kind of ho-hum. The problem I had was I had no way to just figure out. Maybe it was just the turn I build it, but I couldn't figure out how to decide which elemental I get, or is it pure RNG? And if that's the case, weather check on the church. So the weather dictates it. Is it the turn of the weather or the turn prior to the weather, like whatever the church is saying? So right now it's saying sunny. What would we get with sunny? We're gonna still keep leveling up our swordsman so long as we've got our kaiju to hold the line. Okay, so if it's snowing, you get it. All right. What happens if it is sunny? Is it just RNG then? Is it just random? Fire? Well, there is a fire day, it's just kind of rare. We've looked, I know, but I forgot. Okay. And has this been clicked? Not yet. Okay. Ooh, new stuff. Bloodburst, we're not doing any bleed. Spawn a zombie minion when killing a fatigue, we're not doing any fatigue. Reduce burn duration by 66, but double the damage. I'm not really worried about the burn. So let's unlock something. The Arbino, yeah, you can check today's weather. Good point. I'm holding Alt all the time, so I don't really think about what Alt is doing for me. I'm just holding it all the time because that's my push to talk. I have a house full of kids. We have 4 kids, a couple of cats, but they don't usually make as much noise as the kids. But the random noises happen, so I've gotten used to using push to talk. Let's do this one. We don't unlock. That's right, the ore. But we're spending all of our stuff. Hello, Theo. Hey, there's more burn. We could have done that. I could do rage, potentially. Although I feel like it's more about the defense for those guys. I don't really have a good AoE for the burn. Isn't this guy doing multiplier? Yeah, he's doing ×2. I technically could give him a hammer? Sure. I think it's gonna do more than a burn. On the undead side, what are the thickets used for? Your skeletons can't seem to find stones or bones, just thickets. So thickets you can chop to get rats. But yeah, you need your graveyard. I'm assuming you're using your graveyard, Theo, to get to be digging. That's really all you can do. Yeah, just unlucky. What were we saving up those boards for? I was saving the boards for something. Because I know oh, it was for this. It was for this. Because otherwise, I'm going to start doing chamber just for the happiness damage boost. You know, it's a 4% more damage. Van Andelen, thank you for the follow. Glad you're here. $324 from the sniper. Not bad, sir. Got 3 ingots. Who's our next guy? I need to see if there's somebody I still haven't, like... It's not really unlocking, but it feels like it's unlocking. Like, I think it's a treant, actually. Let's get that regen. He's locked in. Day 24, will we get him back in time? We'll try. We'll try. I keep killing the music, I think. Ah! Rage gives damage reduction. Takes place hit points. Ah, I didn't realize the damage reduction part. Oh, then we should have done it. Is there another source of rage? Should have done it. Thanks for the tip, though. Swordsman's level 7. Oh, what's it gonna be? They're great at the beginning. I just don't want more. I don't want more. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But there was somebody who asked a long time ago, can you get more than one unit? Yeah, so this would be a second angel right here. You only can get it through the gift box. But I could have had 2 angels now. Yeah, I can unlock the left side road. I didn't know if I had unlocked this already. I think I might have, actually. I was going to wait another day. I was going to see that island one more time. Do we need stone? I'm not sure we need stone. Might not even need planks. Like I can get wheat, I can't get any more gold, there's only the one. I really have not had much luck at all on the ore. Extra horse to unlock? I thought I did that. Yeah, I got that one. Because I feel like we actually really need another guy working this. I feel like that's fallen way behind. So maybe keep that going, but maybe we don't do stone. The boards. So if I do regular wood and wheat, we can get those upgrades. Stone, technically, we could do to upgrade our guy here. He's just busy. Planks for happiness. That's right. That's what we want those for. I even mentioned it. Promptly forgot, but I mentioned it. Yeti should get us an item. Okay. Now, we could actually do... This is a run where I sort of could do the courage thing, but I'm less worried about it. Nobody even has room anyway. Very much just the Yeti and the Jouster. Well, and the Marksman. Does the Jouster get area? He does. Let's do that. The 27 there says Treant is a great tank, but for Curse 5, he suffers a lot due to game's hidden mechanics of factions being weak and strong versus certain elements. Gotta look for good rage hit points tank. Interesting. Didn't realize that. Well, yeah, as far as rage hit point tanks, I mean, we've already got our Kaiju and our Yeti. I've got 4 tanks. I started this run saying I was only going to go 2. I'm hoping to send the Kaiju away on the Scientist, even though we desperately need him for the run itself. I'm really wanting to have that Dinosaur on in my list. And then we've got the Swordsman as a backup. I'm hoping that as an off tank, he'll do his job, is what I'm getting down to here. Send him back on another one. That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying. It's not how it works, though. He never shows up, or when he does, he never asks for him. Like, I've had plenty of runs with the Dinosaur, and all these Scientist options, and he just never asks for the Dinosaur. You can't re-roll it. Oh, hold on. We're losing right side. What? Huh. Something's going on. We were talking. Might be losing the round here because it's not even enraged yet. Huh. Well, we had not lost a single unit till just now. How embarrassing. Yeah, I did have... Hadasha is correct. I did have a chance to send him once. Previous stream, previous run. And I didn't want to break the run. And now we're still regretting it. So... By the way, our hero, this is why I do recommend this hero for the AoE for the harder difficulties. And then look at our trebuchets. And then there's our Kaiju. And we're about to get rid of him? Seems like a bad idea. It's just seems like it might be a bad idea. Yeah, now that we're on Chris, exactly. Here we go.
So amusing.
It's still not there. Nope. What are you offering again? Ore. Actually, are getting ore now. More monsters. We'll actually have all of our units this time. 3 ores. So the reason why I'm not doing the ore is because actually at this point, it's not going to be about getting, like, we're getting enough gold. It's not going to be that. It's going to be the upgrades here. If we can get another 1 or 2 clicks on this, that will be game changing. I really would like to get the monk maxed out too. There's gonna be a lot of observers. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be so many observers. 45 faith? Is it the last one? I guess we'll find out. We're gonna try anyway. Siege cap at 10. I was not aware. I'll take the monk upgrade if I can, but I was hoping to find an ingot over there. Mrs. Druski has baked me a cookie. Tarnin, glad to see you streaming. Yeah, it's working, isn't it? You watched the previous ones. When we unlock it, catching this on live. Yeah, watching from the beginning. Very nice. Glad you're here. It's turned out to be a great run. I didn't know what to expect on Curse 5 for Bonfire. Not to say that we're guaranteed to finish it, but the fact that we're here, Endgame, I'm happy. Yeah, speaking of things that we aren't sure about, okay, we still have to go one more day there, I think. He hits hard. So a big thing about the dragon is he hits in an AoE. So if you spread your tanks out, it changes everything. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the dragon. I'm pretty sure we're going to get in the physical guy. But like I'll kind of show you. Basically, if I were to have the corner, like if our 3 tanks were left corner, right corner, middle, and then I just didn't have, maybe I can do diagonals. I'm not even sure about that. But as long as they're not adjacent, for sure, maybe the diagonals are in danger. But if you spread them out, and if your tanks are tanky, with heals and all that, you actually do really, really well. Preferred equipment on Shiva since I recommend her? Right now, I started the game with a couple staves, and then I threw on an axe because we were trying to do crits, and I don't even actually think I've seen her do a crit. So I don't really recommend it, but just pure damage. And she's doing great. She's top damage almost every turn here. This is actually, no, this is Curse 5. Ascension 5, the max. This is my first time doing it. You're here for the first attempt, and we're doing okay. We're hanging in there. I'd be doing this every turn. You guys need to remind me of that. Nope, not gonna upgrade Angel. We're gonna get our faith upgraded on this. After that, we'll upgrade Angel because there won't be anything else to spend our faith on. Yeah, isolate the tips. Isolate the tanks on the tips of the borders, and it is huge. You don't get hit with the AOE. It's a whole different game. Little nervous. Yeah, our boss is gonna be physical, which I'm honestly, I've only done that once or twice. I don't even know if any of the same strategy matters or works with it. I might still go ahead and try to spread these out. It's gone. You were right. I don't know why I doubted, but yeah, you were right. Okay. So I am gonna. Should we? We've got a whole nother tank here. We still have one more chance for the kaiju to be stolen from us. Bread is the strat. Well, bread, this is definitely bread is involved. This is actually a meat strat. Is what's happening here. So I've mentioned a couple times, but the way we're doing it is we're generating meat through the fish, and that's, you can generate meat however you generate it. The bread enables the meat to level up to the good meat. So the bread is it's the foundation for our leveling, but the good meat is where we're actually getting the good XP happening. Yeah, the fish relic. This was really easy to do, wasn't it? We have one fish relic, no bread or meat relics at all. We just have, as far as food goes, we have one fish relic. Now I do have the berry thing, which I honestly, all game long we've had that running, and I completely forgot to unequip it. Amazing, classic Druski, classic. All right, so anyway, we have 22 berries we're not using. There even was the bread recipe thing to cook bread with berries. I passed up on that. Our tree is ensnared. But it's time to upgrade him. I've not seen it before. I've not seen this. Kind of. Yeah, we'll do that. Since we got the monk done. Actually, I have enough to do another guy. Marksman? For the boss? Marksman for the boss, I think, is what we're gonna do. You see that, a Yeti, right? And Yeti's great. He's gonna be marksman. Still can't click him. There he goes, okay. That's great. I like it. Oh yeah, the island. Oh, and it is... Okay, we've done it. I think I've already unlocked it. So we can just get a whole new thing. We could get a Colossus. Yeah, let's get a new unit. Magus is actually okay, but we're almost done. Like, we kind of don't need him. So let's do that. And then, yeah, let's do that road upgrade. Really? Huh. Unveil the secret! Alright, well, we got something to work towards. That does remind me, though, I think I haven't clicked the tower yet.
Help me.
Yeah, I still need to do this repair the watchtower, so we might have just ruined that. But that's okay. That's okay, we'll do that next. It actually... So, SL, you asked if you can click... Is there a difference between clicking the shape or the hero? You actually can't click it through the shape, through the hero. Like, when I click it here, it's like, no, you need to actually build a building. So the reasoning is that you actually are limited on how many of those you can do, depending on how much of the map you've explored. So even though you might have all the ingots, you still actually have, it's another resource. It is the exploration that you've done to unlock those. So that's actually a game mechanic, not just a visual preference there. Oh, and we're gonna see how well he tanks right now. Tree is down. Was the comment about the trees kind of suffering? I probably should have immediately sent the Colossus to level up. Alright, what do you got for me? No! Why? Alright, alright. Well, the run doesn't have to be bricked, though. That's good. Is this a relic? I mean, we know what a magnet is. It's a relic, though. And why is there a whole bunch of question marks? Right? Like that's like it's a magnet. We got magnets. Is this an with the question marks, this might be a kingdom unlock. Why is it a relic? Yeah, we're gonna buy it and find out. And we're gonna lose all of our... I think it's literally gonna unequip all my items. It's fine, we'll re-equip them. No, it was unequipment. Alright, fine. It had all the question marks. I thought it was gonna be a relic here. Oh well. I can't... Oh, I can click this one now. I didn't realize. Okay, this is new personal bests. All right. Defeat the ultimate evil. Well, alrighty then. 1200? I think we can break 1200 at least. Is this our last outpost slot? Does that mean we can get our fifth? Maybe. Yeah, it's day 28. So we get like 20 more glory and that's it. Just looking to see if there's anything else I can do. Storage full. Storage full. I'm gonna have just some regular workers running free to unlock things. Should I throw some defensive stuff on our Colossus? Technically, I can even buy the Paladin. I should put the Jouster over here. That'll give an extra pierce to our crossbowmen. Not that that matters on the boss. Yeah, the trebuchets, Puzek, they are my pride and joy, the trebuchet. I would actually like to get even more siege units. Bloats are a fun one. It's a lot of AoE. You know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I? Gets us this. He doesn't buff anything. He just is going to randomly attack. And I think we'll do this. We'll help out this right side. I feel like the swordsman is definitely a stronger case than the Colossus. And I'm thinking about the next round really more than this guy. This guy can't really do any different. Like, there's not really anything I can do to change it. We're either winning it or we're losing it. I do like the marksman doing his job. 280 damage a shot. Walls are down. We upgraded the marksman. Tanks are all dying in one shot. It's a graveyard, but it's also 2% damage. And 4% damage. All right. Palisades would have helped. Would have helped. Yeah, that's an excellent point, and we had the gold to do it. Like, it just put them in the corners. Would have been great. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, we're over 1,200. Means we're gonna unlock another road. The outpost, which is the important one, right? Now we can do max difficulty. And what does he say? Almost ready. Use my banish. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you, my friends. I'm not clicking that because I want to click this. And we can technically click it right now. So technically, it's a 5 curse, 5 bonfire run now, right? with some extra trolls. Oh yeah, revive the Yeti. Yeah. I don't know who I'm gonna put that on. It's just an item. Rage. Does he do an AoE? Water stream? Sure, we'll call that an AoE. There's no way we're getting 10, so maybe I just upgrade him anyway. Just so I can see it. The ghost would be great too, actually. I just want to see one. Let's see what it's 2 times, okay. Now we know. We're not going to get this in time. We're not going to get anything in time. We might be able to get one more level and get our ghosts leveled up. Yeah, I was trying to get the palisade and then that, so maybe we still could do that. Does he only shoot straight forward? Ugh. Why can't I click that? Oh, I have to have the spot. I have to have the spot open. Can't unlock it. I could have done the catapults and put that on the tower or something. Move this guy out of the way. Oh well. Feeling pretty good. We have another banish. Whoa, we have another banish. And how long have you been sitting there? Pirate, yeah, you guys are all telling me, and I thank you. You got here just in time. You can actually upgrade another one. This seems horrible, but I'm gonna click it 3 times. Like, I didn't know if it was like 3 times and in a bigger, or 2 times in a bigger area. Like maybe. All right. We're gonna help out. We're gonna help out the tower.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Change tomorrow's weather. That's so much less than what I thought. So I thought the undead one was amazing, right? Well, yeah, we changed tomorrow's weather. It's sunny now. We did it. We got a star. Five bonfire run tomorrow or back to undead? I think we have to do the 5 bonfire run. I think we have to. But it's not going to be today, for anyone wondering. It is well past family time, bedtime, all those things for the kiddos. So, gotta actually have to see them at some point. So, go tuck them in. Oh. Oh. There was a new thing. I was spending all the faith. There's no way to just cash in for faith, right? Aw. I did not find all of her locations, actually. Like, I don't remember if I've gotten this one or not. And I didn't spend, like, I just wasted on the, that was an absolute waste of 100, by the way, on the weather thing. Maybe I can really manipulate the elemental tower or something, but it seems really bad. Yeah, I still have 2 more witches, and I don't know where they are. I guess we need to actually look. Apples? Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't need spoilers. But, yeah, we... Oh, there she is! 60. Yeah, we could have done it. Right there. By this other one. Okay, well. Enter the tavern, I guess. GG. Yeah, I figured about the hut. I just hadn't gotten there. Okay, it did unlock it. It did unlock it. So, it was just in addition? I don't know. Because I have these on undead. But I threw these in here because I knew the Necronomicon is awesome on undead, but I don't usually have access to it, so I'm not going to use the money, I guess. Because I don't always have poison either. Or bleed. Okay, but the big moment will be to see if we can find our last armory, not to see if we're going to get what place we have. No, we'll check the place in a second. Let's do the armory. I got 1 item left. It's not this one. Not that one. Yeah, we're looking for the coin bag. We didn't get it, so we're going to go out, and this is the moment of truth. What rank did we achieve? Okay, 337. We've moved up. Tough crowd, though, with all the rest of these guys. Haven't already surpassed what we just did, but not bad. It's personal best. This is my first time ever playing Curse 5, and we went straight to Curse 5 with 4 bonfires. Technically 5 at the last minute. It was great. I'm all for it. That was a lot of fun. We will be back. We will do Curse 5 bonfire, and see what we can do. We'll be back. Guys, this was a lot of fun, but it's also really late after a long day, so we're going to have to call it there. I do want to mention once again that in addition to the stream here, I have a Discord channel. I've got some other areas as well. I've got a Patreon. A lot of times in my Discord, as a pastor, I want to be available to you all, whether to answer questions or just to be praying for you. I've got a whole section on Discord for that. But sometimes those questions are questions that more people can benefit from, so I kind of consolidate the questions I sometimes get on stream and on the Discord, and I put them into something of a blog. And I've got like 40 pages of these questions to put out on this blog over time, and that's going to be over on my Patreon. I don't charge anything on the Patreon. It's all free. It's just as a way to consolidate everything in one place. And so that's there. You can find the link on all the socials, on all the platforms that we're streaming on now, for both the Discord and the Patreon. But thank you everyone for sticking around. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for the reminders, the tips, the help. And hopefully you guys learned something too. So this was a great time. Thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, and God bless.